tribe, welcome to HGDC, HGDesignsCrochet. I'm Heather and this channel is all about crochet, granny squares, blankets and the wearables. So I am a crochet designer and I'm 30 years old living in the United Kingdom, and my fave things to make full stop is the granny square. And today I've got a granny square project that is finished and I'm going to reveal to you. So if you're a returning viewer, hey tribe, welcome back, what's good, what's happening? I hope you're having a really good January so far. And if you're brand new, hey, welcome to the tribe. If you are brand new, then you will be able to go back and look over some of my other vlogs after you've watched this one, all about this project that is behind me here. And if you're already part of the tribe, this you will recognise. So this is my 2-round granny square curtain that I decided to make. I think it was back in maybe August or September. I had a sit down chat with you and when I was chatting with you, we made this plan together that I was going to make a 2-round curtain. I wanted to make a 2-round granny square project. I really wanted to make a curtain, so I decided that's what I was going to do. And I started it and I cranked it out quick time. Like I had the bulk of it done by September maybe, and then I went away on holiday and I didn't take it with me, and so it kind of got binned a little bit. But I've pushed through and it's finished. It's been finished for about 3 or 4 weeks now. I just haven't gotten round to showing you so I can hang it up. So this is the curtain and I am in love with it. It is put together with this blush colour which has got glitter in it. And I'm just going to move it out of the line of the light ever so slightly. So it's got this glitter pink in it. And if I'm looking over here, it's because I don't know where to look on this camera. And the centres are made up of entirely scrap yarn. It's, oh, reflection. The centres are made up entirely of stash yarn. So it was all just scraps and bits and pieces that I had in my stash. I'm going to count up how many squares and I'll let you know at the end how many I've made. But I created sort of a production line where I made all of the squares, the centres, and then I just joined it row by row, and once I joined a row I sewed the ends in, and I used the continuous join as you go to minimise the amount of ends that I had to sew in. And then I've made tab tops. So what I did was I made 12 squares, I think, 3, 6, 9, 12, and I, rather than continuous join as you go, I seamed these together with a single crochet, and then I have attached them to the top of the curtain with a single crochet at the back. And the reason I didn't do join as you go for the tab tops is I wanted it to have the durability, because it's going to be under quite a lot of stretch, and I feel like the continuous join as you go would gape too much, and that's not me. I wasn't signing up for that. So I made, I think it's 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tab tops for the curtain, and they are going to go over the curtain pole, like so. So all the ends are sewn in, it's all done, and it's going to look really good through the lights. So I am filming here so you can see the light come through. It's going to look so pretty. I have had a few people comment and say it might get bleached by the sun. I think it will get a little bit of bleaching, but only a very, very slight amount, and that's because this side of the house is south facing, so I've currently got the afternoon sunshine streaming through, but the side of the house that this curtain's going on doesn't get the sunshine at all, and it's actually going up in the window of the coldest room in the house. It's actually going up at the window with like the coldest room of the house, which is my hallway, and it doesn't get a lot of sunshine because it's here and my hall is out there, and so it's always a little bit dark and a little bit cold, so this should really help insulate, but it will mean it won't get bleached too much, whereas if I was to put it in here, without a doubt it would get bleached, because that's pretty solid sunlight. Though I do have a blackout blind up at that window, I just need to re-put it on its pull thing. So if I did make one in here, I could pull the blackout curtain down during the day, which would keep the heat out and would stop this getting bleached. And also I'm going to weigh it just to see how much it weighs, measure it, so I've got all of the stats, and then we're going to put it up on the wall, on the curtain pole in the hallway. So let me show you what it looks like spread out. I have got miles and miles and miles of granny squares, and you can see the tabs at the top. It actually goes really well in here because my bed spread is this wonderful teddy fuzzy material that I got for my Christmas present. Thank you so much. And so it would look really good in here actually, up at the window up here. But I think in here I'd go with a more neutral colour. And I did originally start making it for in here and quickly changed my mind to the hallway. Or did I say I want to make it in the hallway and then change to here and back? I don't know. But you can see all the wonderful colours. Now, although it looks like there's a lot of colours, I actually stuck to a colour palette, but then I just made a rule that I didn't want this colour to be able to touch itself within that colour, so there wouldn't be a joining within like a 6 block radius, and that just means that it looks really well spread out, when in actual fact it was actually quite painstakingly selected, though it just looks like I kind of just did a scatter approach. I think that's just me being a paradox. I carefully selected my scatter and it looks amazing. Just look at all the granny squares. Miles and miles of granny squares. I stuck to quite a pinkish colour palette because of the colour of the wall that in the hallway, which I'll show you. I feel like it's really worked well together. That is the bluest colour in there, and there's not many of them at all. And if I point out a colour like that blue, that's all the colour that you'll see, but then if I point out that pink, then your brain picks out all of that colour. Yeah. And then I've gone with tab tops. I played with a few different ideas at the top. I've seen somebody who made a blanket like, not a blanket, a curtain like this, and at the top row, oh no, there's a stray end. Ah. On the top row, they left out every, I think it was the penultimate row, they left out every second square, and what they did is they actually put the pole sort of through the gap, but I felt like it would be too big to be able to actually open the curtain, whereas I'm more envisaged that this curtain will be opened in the morning, because I like to open my curtains every morning, and then will be closed again at night when it gets dark. I also played about with the thought of, on Amazon you can get these circular rings like this with little pegs on that you could clip it, but I didn't want to spend any more money and I could make tab tops at no expense. So that is what we're working with. Let me show you the room it's going in. I thought I would just show you how big this blanket is. So from the top of my hair, it comes down to sort of my mid-thigh, and it's also really wide. And it would look great as a blanket, and it'd also look great as a sort of dress. I have got so many ideas. This is my hallway. Got my bedroom, HGDC HQ, which I've done a vlog on, so go check that out. And then the stairs down here. It seems quite dark in here, and that's because the sun is on the other side of there. of the house. But I've got lots of mirrors because it's an absolutely huge space, absolutely huge, double height hallway. So you can see through there all of the sunshine streaming through, and then I've got all white in here other than this wall here, and this wall here has got the accent colour, so you can see that door is gloss white, and then this is like a heathered lilac, and it's the colour that I've also got in my not my hallway, my living room, silly. So if we go up here, you can see that I have got a curtain pole and I've spray painted it gold, and I'm going to take those curtain hooks off and I'm going to put my curtain up on there. Now I can't really show you a lot because the light is just fuzzing it all out, but I've got a Yankee candle. It's really black and it's scorched my wall. It's top tip, if you've got a Yankee candle, move it away from all surfaces like it tells you to do. So I've got to scrub that. So it's going to go up on the curtain pole and I'm going to show you what it looks like. Okay tribe, so I have measured and weighed the curtain. The curtain weighs 797 grams in total. So I need to weigh some of the centre squares. I can then work out how much joining colour I've used. Other than that, all my measurements are now done. I have got a total of 635 squares, 60 for the tabs and the rest for the body. And then the curtain is, the tabs are 4 inches in length and 5 inches in width, and the curtain without the tabs is a total of 41.5 inches, which for anyone that's in America and you work in centimetres is 116 centimetres in length, and then it's 35.5 inches in width, which is 90 centimetres. So it's quite a big project, and I'm actually really pleased with it. I didn't use as much yarn as I thought I might, so I've just got to get the end of the pole off, which I've been wrestling with. I might just nip over to my uncle's house, he's a couple streets up, and ask him to pull that off, and then I can get it hung up. And I'm back. The beauty of having your wonderful boyfriend live 2 streets away means when you're struggling with something, you can quickly nip over there. I couldn't get the end off of the curtain pole there. You can see, because I spray painted the pole with the fixtures in place, it was just that a little bit too big to be able to get that end piece off. I've got the rest of it here. And so I was struggling, and so with the use of a hammer, he got it off. I've put the curtain back on, he's put it back on for me. So now what I'm going to do is straighten them up. That could be a little bit of a problem. If not, I've got a trusty hammer, and get it put up on the wall. So excited to do this. It looks really good hung up. Let me show you. That's the best thing I have ever made. Look at that! Oh my goodness! Look! Oh wow! That's amazing. I'm so pleased with that. Wow, look at that effect. And you can't see. Oh wow. No, it's just a little bit thick to put back. Ooh. I have finished my granny square curtain. I am pleased with it. As always, when you make something for the first time, you think, oh, I could have improved this by ... And so, I am going to take this down, true Heather style, and improve it. It's sitting really well. One of the things that I will be making is a tie back, so that when I pull it all back, like so, it can have something just to hold it back, because it is quite bulky. And then the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take it down, and the ends tabs, I'm going to take that off, and I'm going to make it so that there's a divide. So I'm going to take out that middle block in effect, and what I'm going to do is have a row that's what the width of one granny square that goes there and here, because it's got this bit here designed to stop the curtain, and I want the tab to sit there just to pull the curtain out properly, because the tab can't get over that. So I'm going to change that so it sits flat, and same on that side, and then it will sit perfectly, and I'll be really happy with it. I'm quite happy with it as it is, other than maybe could have done with blocking it. Look at that effect. I mean, even like that, it's not bad. I'm going to make that amendment because it won't take me too long at all. Look at that effect, it's absolutely stunning. So when I do finally get round to taking it down and sorting out the end bits, I'm going to do an update, but for now, that is my 2 round granny square curtain, and I'm in love with it. It's such a nice image to come out of my bedroom too. Like, I wake up and I come out and I think, oh, it's so pretty, I made that. And also what I'll do is I'll film some footage of the light on here in the hallway and me outside, so we can see how it lights up and looks from outside, and also if you can tell, like if you can see through it or not, if you can tell someone's stuff behind it. So I'll have to get Brad to help me with that bit. It looks amazing. So this is HGDC, HGDesignsCrochet, and I'll leave you with a close-up of my 2 round granny square curtain. Thanks for watching, tribe. Peace.
Look who's there.